Hey, Paul Morrow here again. Welcome back. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter and all that. And try to keep up with us on Smart Financial. We're having some public meetings from Portsmouth, New Hampshire down to Providence, Rhode Island. You're welcome to join us. We're going to be doing some book signings. My second book is just out on Smart Financial Longevity. The first one was Smart Financial Grandparenting. Longevity is the middle book. And the third one in the trilogy, which is in the oven right now, is Smart Financial Wealth Building for the young millennials that haven't yet accumulated the wealth that they're going to hand down to their grandchildren. So follow us along. This video today has to do with making an all-important choice at retirement called pension ABCs. It's really important. A lot of people are being laid off right now. Some are young and they're not getting pension offers, but there's actually quite a few people. There's about 25 million people right now being offered pension retirement. That means that they're over 59 and a half. They've worked for their company for a while. They have an opportunity to elect a pension, and sometimes it's called early retirement. It's a little bit of being pushed out because you happen to be over 50 years old. And believe me, age discrimination is not dead because older employees are expensive for companies to maintain. They cost more for health insurance claims, which, by the way, with big corporations, your claims are rolled into your health insurance costs. They cost more for pension payments. It's the reason why many corporations in America, many big unions have turned their pension responsibilities over to insurance companies because insurance companies know how to manage the risk. But when you're offered a pension, let's talk about the choices. And I'm going to use an example. Let's just say that you had a successful career with either the police, the fire, the union, or a big corporation that's had a pension for many years that you participated in. By the way, Linda and I had the pleasure over the years of working with a lot of different pensioners, and I will tell you, you cannot generalize about this. The one thing that I want you to do is to just commit to yourself that you're going to do a personal financial analysis before you make a quick snap decision. These are lifetime, irrevocable decisions. When you make a choice, when someone offers you a pension, right, they're going to give you a few choices. One of them is going to be to take your full pension. And let's just say that your pension is $40,000 a year for life, okay? Now, if you happen to be a single person, it's a no-brainer. You take the highest pension for yourself, you have nobody else that you care about, and so that's called a full pension. That's what we normally call option A, right? Option B normally is a partial payment to a third party like a wife or a child. So let's just say you don't take $40,000. You say, all right, I'll take less. I'll take $35,000 a year. But if I die, a chunk of money is going to be paid to my wife or to my children. Okay? That's a partial decision. Option C, probably the most popular option with married couples, is called full survivorship pension option. What does full survivorship mean? It means that you, as a retiree, say, okay, I know I could get $40,000, but my wife would get zero. I'll let you cut me down to $30,000 a year because then if I die in retirement, my wife gets $30,000 a year, otherwise known as full survivor pension. Now, of course, this is very popular with spouses, right? To take a full survivor pension because it means that if you work together over your working life, that both of you get some of that financial security. However, it's not always the smartest deal, and I will tell you why. Especially if you have a younger spouse. Now, this is where a lot of our recent calculations we did for one of the big unions, the guys were shocked to find out that if they have a wife that's 10 years younger, their pension offset is much greater. And that means because they have to pay their younger wife for a long period of time. They're all joking about how expensive it is to have a younger wife. It's true, right? Your pension offset might be 7 or 8% if your wife is the same age, but it's 10% if your wife is younger. So number one, you have to figure out what your pension offset is, how much they deduct from you. Then, in our example that I'm using, if you're giving up a $40,000 pension to get $30,000 for life to protect your spouse, keep in mind that means you're paying $10,000 a year to protect your spouse, okay? You're not getting 40, you're getting 30, so you're paying $10,000 a year out of your pension. So what you need to do is you need to have your financial advisor calculate what is the actual value of that $10,000 a year to your wife. Now, life insurance rates have come down. It's a great time if you're healthy to use these discounted rates that are now in effect because you might be able to get more protection for your wife by taking that full pension, option A, and sending the $10,000 to an insurance company, you might be able to get $500,000 of insurance. That would pay your wife $40,000 a year and have long-term care insurance built into it, than to just have a $30,000 pension for your spouse. Now, here's the key behind option C. If you're given the choice of option C and you have children, it means at the end of your spouse's life, there's nothing. Let me say that again. If you have children, especially if you're a grandparent, as in my first book, and if you want to leave some assets to your children from your hard working life, if you choose option C, you are saying, pay me, pay my wife, pay nothing to my children. Option C is 0 to children. Okay? This is super important. It's the main reason why people don't take option C. If they have children, they say, give me option A, the maximum amount of money. Let me buy my own survivorship plan. Because my survivorship plan would pay money to my wife in a lump sum, and that would be left to my children and grandchildren. So, if you are a grandparent, if you're getting a pension offset choice, and they say to you, you can take an option A and have a great pension for life, but there's nothing left, right? That's not a great decision for your legacy. I don't even think option B is a great decision, because option B expires over your first 7 or 10 years of retirement, right? If you're going to live a long retirement life and you want to leave a legacy, probably taking option A and getting insurance, if you're healthy, by the way, is a great deal. Now, I will tell you, with pension offset, it's really important for those of you that aren't healthy to take that option C. Because if you're not insurable and you're not likely to live a long time, and I can't tell you what your genetics are about or how much beer you've had in your life and how much fun you've had that's beaten up your body. But if you take option A and you die in 2 or 3 years, there's 0 left for your wife or your family. So you need to look at this option C as getting guaranteed insurance for an unhealthy person. That's what it is. And option C is expensive because it is guaranteed issue and they can't turn you down. It's like guaranteed issue insurance. Now, if you're not insurable, take option C. If you are insurable, shop early and shop right away. In fact, a lot of people who are planning their retirement get their option A insurance for their spouse ahead of time because they can save some money because the premiums are lower when you're a bit younger. If you're looking at a pension option right now, and you might be planning, they might be having some pension offers or some early pension retirement, right? You need to get on the phone and you need to talk to your financial professionals. This is the reason why we like most of the people to work with a comprehensive financial advice firm that doesn't just do investing, but does investing and insurance and cash flow and portfolio loss management and lifetime income and estate planning all together. If you work with a comprehensive firm, this is a very big opportunity to do not only pension planning, but spousal protection with long-term care, because modern insurance policies don't just pay at death now. They pay if you die, and they pay if you go to a nursing home. So you can add a lot more benefits by making the right choice. So you need to get to learn the rights under your A, B, C pension offset choices, right? And you can leave more money to your children, more to the grandchildren, and you can even perhaps leave some to your great-grandchildren if you got married young. I'm Paul Morrow. This is Smart Financial, and we talk about all the issues of doing smart financial advising. And you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter and all that, or reach out to us through our website. We're happy to answer your questions. If you don't have a fully comprehensive firm and you want to find out how to hire one, we have a 5-point checklist that we'll send you on how to hire the right late life financial advice firm. That's just the part of art of being smart. I'm Paul Morrow. I'll see you again next time.